The MK pushing snake oil.
The secretagogues. Amazing.
Master Huge here. This video is for education entertainment purposes only.
Quickly, what are the reasons people actually use MK677 for? They use it for fat loss, muscle gain, anti-aging, better sleep quality, increased appetite, increased recovery, and also recovery of specific injuries or old injuries. What are the side effects of MK677? They're only the same side effects as growth hormone itself, which is possible water retention and possible lethargy or fatigue, or possibly blood pressure or insulin insensitivity. All of these side effects can be easily mitigated by intelligently using MK677 and cycling it. Better to do in shorter cycles than longer cycles, so I put a lot of my clients on something like 5 days of MK677 on and 2 days of MK677 off, and that way the water retention, they get rid of it on the 2 days that they're off, and their insulin sensitivity, they get rid of it on the 2 days that they're off. And then also with the MK677, we always take the Slin pills so that we never have our blood sugar go up in the first place, so that insulin insensitivity never becomes a problem. What's the legality of MK677? Well, mostly worldwide, it's legal in every country. It's not legal to sell it as a drug in a lot of countries, like when you advertise it that it's specifically supposed to affect the body in a certain way and compete with mainstream pharmaceuticals, but it's totally legal in the United States as of right now, for example, to use it, to experiment with it, to buy it. What's the best dosage of MK677? Well, it depends on the purpose. If it's for fat loss, it only takes a little bit of MK677, like even just 10 milligrams. One capsule, one time per day provides amazing fat loss. When we're trying to mass blast someone and we want a huge appetite and we want to put on a lot of muscle mass, then we use 30 milligrams. Straight Cody in the mass blast used 100 milligrams, but that was just too extreme and he was having too many side effects of high growth hormone.
I felt like absolute shit.
But remember, it's not the MK677 causing the side effects. It's the growth hormone that's causing the side effects. Don't blame MK677. If we're having side effects, that means we have too much growth hormone. The same as if we were injecting high dosages of growth hormone. There's a law of diminishing returns when it comes to growth hormone, just like most drugs that we put in the body. So you want to find that sweet spot. For me, I like as low as 10 milligrams and as much as 20 milligrams, and rarely do I ever take 30 milligrams. If I'm going to take 30 milligrams because I want to have appetite all day and appetite all night because I'm mass blasting, I usually take something like 20 milligrams of MK677 in the morning and 10 milligrams of MK677 at night. Now, MK677 can be injected, but it can be taken orally too. Like we don't have to inject it. In fact, I don't inject it. I just take a capsule, and these capsules are 10 milligrams each. So it's either the ones that I just take one capsule in the morning, makes me a little bit hungrier all day, gives me pulses of growth hormone throughout the day. Now let's play Agree or Disagree with Tony Huge.
It helps you build muscle without lowering your natural production of testosterone.
First up is Greg. Says that MK677 builds muscle without lowering natural testosterone. Agree or disagree? Agree! I have to take a moment to make a really important point to you guys, and that is that I brought MK677 to the mainstream bodybuilding market about 6.5 years ago. At the time, everybody said I was pushing snake oil, that it was a scam, that it doesn't work, that you can't take anything orally that actually increases growth hormone, and that even if MK677 works, it'll never come close to touching actual growth hormone. Now, we've proven through our experiments over the last 6.5 years that you can actually completely replace growth hormone with MK677, and that MK677 produces natural growth hormone in levels that rival bodybuilder dosages of injectable growth hormone. All the things that we said back then ended up being true, and now the industry is starting to accept those things. Now I want to fast forward to now. The things that I say, everybody says is crazy. But in 6 years from now, everybody will realize that I'm right. History is going to repeat itself. So I want you to remember that when everybody calls me crazy for pushing snake oils, that's exactly what they called me 6.5 years ago. And now they're finally all agreeing that I'm right.
The MK, not only does it do the job of something like a GHRP at the ghrelin level, it also is very similar in how it works like CJC or ModGRF. And by this, I mean it allows your body to renew or restore the number of somatropes before that pulse is released at the same time.
Four things I learned from taking this on and off. It increases insulin resistance and blood pressure.
Insulin resistance and MK677 is a serious concern, but there's a very simple solution, and that's Slin pills. So my clients all use Slim pills along with MK677, and they completely negate the side effect of insulin resistance. These two work together extremely synergistically. You'll hear other people recommending things like berberine. This has berberine in it, but this works way better than berberine. Berberine acts sort of like metformin, like an insulin mimetic and a glucose disposal agent. This acts even more like an insulin mimetic for bodybuilders and athletes to actually uptake more glucose in the muscle. So instead of blood sugar levels increasing and the blood sugar circulating around in the system, being toxic to all the organs in the body, this will uptake more of the glycogen, more of the glucose into glycogen in the muscle and lower blood sugar levels, making MK677 much healthier with less side effects and much more effective, especially for muscle building. So it's true, there are some mechanisms by which berberine and metformin could actually blunt muscle growth. That's why I designed Slim pills, so that it has all the benefits of the berberine and the metformin without the negative impact on muscle growth. Instead, this is actually a muscle builder.
One of the first things that you guys are going to notice when you do take this stuff is going to be the hunger.
Yes, MK677 increases hunger, which can be a problem for people who are dieting who want to decrease. Nevertheless, some of my clients still want to use MK677 because of all of the tremendous other benefits, and they take it before bed. A lot of them are able to just sleep through the hunger. And it works fine. It works great. And they even wake up, they're not even that hungry in the morning. Like, there's no increased appetite in the morning. So it depends on the person. Let's say just like half the people will get more hungry with it at night, and then it will cause them to eat, and half of them don't. So as you can see, you have to experiment. You have to find out for yourself, are you one of the ones that can take it before bed, get better sleep, the appetite doesn't affect you, or are you one of the ones that take it before bed and you wake up so hungry that you end up eating the whole kitchen in the middle of the night? And for someone like me who has, I'll call it an eating disorder, and then gets on MK677 and ends up eating a ton more food, you've got to try to find out. It's so important to take MK677 whenever we mass blast because we need maximum appetite. So you can see there's some applications where in bodybuilding and fitness, you want more appetite. You know, periods of time where we need to eat more healthy bodybuilding food to build more muscle faster. And there's other period of time when we're dieting and we don't want appetite. So MK677 is a great tool because we can use it during periods of time when we want more appetite, and we can not use it and instead use some other growth hormone pathway compound like a GHRP2 or an ipamorelin. These don't really increase appetite. These are injectable growth hormone secretagogues that cause a pulsive growth hormone similar to MK677 but last a much shorter period of time. So we use all of these tools in our tool chest. I'm just using the MK677 at the times either when we want more appetite or for people who don't want to inject anything for growth hormone and who can take it at night and it doesn't increase their appetite